Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another weekly auction house update guide. And today, we've got some very interesting news surrounding the hashtag 25 RTR Mustang and its 19 million credit price tag. Hello, SL65, good gamer tag, a proper car guy. No, do not follow me, leave me alone, I'm doing an intro. But anyway, RTR Mustang M3 GTR being at 17 million credits and why you should sell, go away. And also, what else is there? Bugatti Divo news. So without further ado, give the video a like. Otherwise, I will split from SL65 and he'll be very unhappy and try to follow me again. Quick, run away. I'll see you in the auction house. Okay, welcome back, you beautiful human being. And without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Coming in at number 1 on today's list, an unexpected one and flown under the radar, I might add. Boys, if you've got one in your garage, a McLaren 720S Spider. As of today, this thing's currently at its highest ever price of 12.232 million. Now, yesterday, fun fact, this thing depreciated down to 9.880, and 24 hours later, today, it's bounced back up to where it belongs at 12.232. Now, if you have one in your garage, boys, go and get it sold today for a beautiful price of 12 million credits. Okay, brothers, boys, listen in, gather round. We need to discuss the Bugatti Divo and what's going on with it. Did you really think I'm just going to make an investment guide, tell you to invest in a car, then not update you and not give you any tips and any advice on what's going on? Boys, that is not me. I care about your fucking investments and I care about your money and my money. So without further ado, let's speak about the Bugatti Divo and why things may be looking better for it. Now, as we all know, way back when this thing got made available twice, 2 consecutive weeks after week. 1 week it was made available again in the Forza shop, and the next week it was made available to obtain again. So what has that done? That has created an absolute massive ripple effect for this car. It's been absolutely nuclear bombed. The price has been absolutely destroyed. As you can see here, as of today, this thing's depreciated down to 1.742 million. Now, what's going on with this car? And why do I think this may be the end? As you can see here, this is me earlier trying to snipe one. The Bugatti Divo is becoming increasingly rare to obtain on the auction house. Boys, that is fantastic news. That means that the flood has stopped, the ripple effects are calming down, and this thing should appreciate. Now, speaking for it appreciating, yesterday, boys, yesterday we had some good news. Thank God. As you can see here, this was last night's figures, and I guarantee you tonight, at midnight UK time, this thing will appreciate back up to 2.171 million. This is where it was at yesterday, 2.171 million, and as of today, it's down at 1.742. It's just seesawing. It doesn't know where to land, but things are starting to look good. Now that it's seesawing, it's got a bit of life into it, and the ripple effect has calmed down. Now this thing, this is my graph from the past 6 days where I've been writing down the figures and tracking this car. On the 29th of the 6th, 2021, this thing was at 4.110 million, coming off its absolute flood, got nuclear bombed. I told you to go invest, buy 5, keep them in your garage if it dropped down to 2.171 million, which it did. Now, the 30th of the 6th, 2021, we had a 700,000 credit depreciation, down to 3.550 million. The first, it went down to 800k, minus 800k appreciation, down to 2.770. The second of the 6th, 2021, 5 days ago, was this car's red zone, and I was very, very, very worried. If this thing dropped below 1.9 million credits, I was ready to sell all mine, make an emergency video and tell you to sell. The second of the 6th went into the red zone at 2.161. On the 3rd and the 4th, it was neutral. The price did not move for 48 hours. It was blue, 2.171. Things were looking good. My brain was calm. On the 5th, 2 days ago, I shat myself. This thing dropped down to 1.742 million, which is at today. That's a 400,000 credit appreciation. Now, the thing that doesn't make sense is the fact that there is 0 on the auction house. What the hell is causing this sudden depreciation? Thin air, because as you can see here, there is none. There is absolutely 0 on the auction house. Now, the thing that I think is causing this massive amount of depreciation that has already happened and is now starting to finally bounce back is the ripple effect I always talk about. Once a car gets absolutely nuclear bombed and it's overwhelmed on the auction house, ripples go out and it takes weeks to smooth those ripples and for the car to appreciate. Now, the ripples are finally smoothing on this car. It bounced back yesterday. It went back up to 2.171 million. It's starting to seesaw, boys, which is good news. So my advice to you watching this this, I would hold. I wouldn't sell. Hold your cars that you have in your garage. Do not sell. No one's going to buy it for 1.742 million, so you're going to have to hold. Hold, hold, hold. It is finally starting to have some life in it and starting to move. But bloody hell, what an adventure the Bugatti Divo's been on. It got made available twice, got absolutely nuclear bombed. Forza Horizon 4 devs, you should have never ever have brought it back for 2 consistent weeks. Now, bringing us number 3 on today's list, the Honda Prelude SI. Yesterday reached its highest final buyout price. As you can see here, yesterday this thing was at 15.361 million. I took a screenshot of it because I knew it was going to seesaw. As of today, it's depreciated down to 12.308 million. Now, what do I think you should do? I think you should hold and sell when this thing goes back up tonight to 15.361, or get it sold today for 12.308 million. The choice is yours. This car loves to seesaw. It's a very, very volatile investment, is this. Sometimes it's 15 mil, goes down to 12, goes down to 9, back up to 12, back up to 15. This thing loves to seesaw every 24 to 48 hours. Boys, my advice to you would be, I would hold until midnight and see if this thing raises back up to 15.361 million that it was last night. Or you can get it sold today for 12.3 million credits. Either way is a beautiful amount of cheddar. Bringing us number 4 on today's list, an update on the Koenigsegg Jesko, and similar pattern to the Bugatti Divo. Now, believe it or not, boys, again, I've got a screenshot from last night. This was last night's price. 2.182 million. Now, if you don't believe me, pause the video, have a look at the silhouette behind it. As you can see on the right, that's a purple KTM Expo, and underneath it is the Regera, Agera, and CCAS. You can make it out where I am in the column. Now, anyway, as of today, this price is depreciated down to 1.752 million, and every 24 hours, it's seesawing, boys. So again, an update on your investments. It's not looking so bleak as it once was, boys. Keep continuing to hold. Do not sell your Koenigsegg Jeskos. Now, tonight, this thing should bounce back up to 2.182 million. Only time will tell. Now, why is this on a 20 million credit guide, Zanchh? I just have to keep people updated in their investments because I keep getting a lot of questions about the Divo and the Jesko. So things are not looking too bad, boys. Hold. It's seesawing. It's finally starting to have some life in it, just like the Bugatti Divo. So fingers crossed, give it time. It will bounce back. I can only make you money over spaces of weeks/months. There is no quick turnaround with me. I don't know how to get you money instantly. I can only give you good investment advice, good auction house update news. I make you money periodically, not instantly, boys. So please continue to hold the Jesko and do not sell. Now, speaking of unexpected turns in the auction house, the hashtag 25 Mustang RTR. Yes, the drift cars, the RTRs. The hashtag 25 one, boys, as of today, has risen to 16 million credits. Boys, if you have one in your garage and you didn't know and you hardly drive it, and it's also on the backstage pass, I would advise that you get one and get your rest of them sold today for 16 mil. Moving on. Okay, boys, bringing us number 6 on today's list, and a car I've been covering quite often in my backstage pass guides. The BMW M3 GTR, as of today, has reached its highest ever final buyout price. Now, there's something interesting. This car is at 17.981 million, just shy of 18 million credits. Now, it's a very unusual, odd number. Once a car in this game reaches 17 mil, that is a big indication that it's unstable. So at midnight tonight, this thing should depreciate down to 12.220 million. I'm pretty sure it will. So, boys and girls, capitalise on that today. If you have loads in your garage, you've got a few in your garage and you didn't know, the BMW M3 GTR, get it sold today for 17.981 million. Now, you can get this car off the backstage pass. So get one off the backstage pass and sell it instantly for its highest ever appreciated price of 17 mil. Now, 17 mil, I do not like that number. This thing will seesaw back down to 12 million credits tonight. Mark my words. Moving on. Bringing us number 7 on today's list, we need to speak about the Citroen DS23 and its sudden depreciation. Now, as we all know, this week, this thing's made available to obtain in the Horizon Super 7. So, boys and girls, because of that, and bear in mind, last week this was a 20 million credit car. As of today, it's at a 15 million credit depreciation, down to 5.002 million. Now, why is this on a 20 million credit guide? Boys, going forward, I want you to keep a close eye on this car's price tag. If tomorrow, Thursday, the season's over, if it's still flooded and drops down to 1.9 million credits, maybe think about maybe buying 5, keep them in your garage and holding, because it could well indeed bounce back. Boys, going forward, I would keep an eye, a very close eye, on the Citroen DS23, and if it drops lower than 1.9 million credits in the next following days, be sure to grab yourself a few. Just a little tip. Moving on. Now, next up on today's list is this bad boy, the Jeep Gladiator Rubicon. Now, I hate covering this car. This thing is so goddamn volatile. Now, as we all know, this thing is made available in winter. It's coming in 2 weeks' time. Now, if you didn't watch my update 38, what cars to sell before this season, you should have already got this car sold. Back then, it was worth 10.018 million. And as of today, something unexpected has happened. It's risen to 12.323 mil. Boys and girls, if you have one in your garage and you didn't manage to sell and you thought it was going to depreciate, well, we're going to avoid that inbound depreciation, because when it becomes available, boys, when everybody and their mother has one, it's going to get absolutely nuclear bombed on the auction house. So, boys, get it sold. This is your last chance to sell this thing at an appreciated profit of 12.323 million before the inbound flood. And for some reason, it's gone up a little bit. Moving on. Now, last and most definitely not least on today's list, boys and girls, I hope you've been sniping the brand new Vool 05RR, and I hope you've got loads of them. I hope you've got a good collection. Now, I've got 3 in my garage. I am happy with that. Now, let's discuss this car and what's going on with it. Now, last week, these were my predictions going forward. Day 1, we could list this thing at 440,000. Day 2, I predicted 750. Day 3, 1.2. Day 4, 1.8. Through to day 6, 3.2 million. Day 7, which is tomorrow, I predicted 4 to 5 million credits in 1 week's time. All predictions subject to change, but following patterns of older cars, similar pattern throughout. Now, boys, I was wrong. Hands up, I was wrong. This car, it's appreciating very, very slowly. From 440,000, we've only risen to just shy of 1 million at 922,000 credits, which is quite, well, it's a little bit concerning, but it's still not bad news. I hope you're still buying them at 922,000. That is absolutely peanuts. You're still going to make an unbelievable return when this thing appreciates. Now, going forward, my graphs have changed because now I have a pattern. Now I can see the prices. Now I know it's roughly going up by 100k every 24 to 36 hours. So, boys, the graphs have changed, the predictions have changed, and going forward, this is what this looks like. The past week, this is what this looks like. Graph 1. Day 1, as we all know, 440,000 was its day 1 listing price. Day 2, it raised to 550. Day 3, 675. Day 4, 770. Day 5 through to day 6, where we are right now at 922,000 credits. Now, at the bottom there, 100k increase every 24 hours or near enough. Very slow appreciation. I predict this thing will only raise to 10 to 12 million credits max. I don't think it'll be a 15 to 20 million credit car, judging on this appreciation timescale. Now, normally, when a car appreciates at such a snail's pace, it doesn't really boom up to 20 million credits instantly. So I predict this thing will be a 12.220 million credit car in the future, but I could be wrong. These are subject to change. This is just the pattern we are focusing with. Now, for the next 7 days, boys, my predictions are this. If I can bring you to graph 2. Graph 2, tomorrow. I predict this thing will raise to 1.1 million credits. Day 8 will be an interesting day, the day after tomorrow. Kickstart its appreciation up to 1.550 million. Day 9, 1.880. Day 10, 2.1. Day 11, 2.350. Day 12, 2.880. And day 13, boys, is your cut-off date. If this thing raises to 3.1 million credits, I hope you at least have 10 in your garage at this price. I hope you're buying at 922,000 credits, boys, because that is absolutely peanuts. Snipe, snipe, snipe. I would buy 10. Don't go more than 10. Keep them in your garage. Hold, hold, hold. But bringing you back to the graph, if you can focus on day 13 for a second. Day 13, I predict 3.1 million credits, the final investment window for maximum returns. You don't want to be paying more than 3.1 million credits for this car because that green window closes fast, and that return window will also become smaller as you pay more money. Now, you're buying at 922,000 credits, boys, just shy of a mil. That's peanuts. It's nothing. This thing will be, it's going to be over a 5 to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 million credit car in the next following weeks. It's going to have to be. This is the pattern with these new cars. They always appreciate. Hold. But boys, an update on the Vol. You're doing well. You're still in a perfect green window for making money, so don't stop sniping. I know it's hard. I know it's annoying, but if you're persistent and spend an hour or two trying to find one and be quick, you will find one. I've got 3, and that's just from an hour or so of sniping. So snipe at 922,000, boys. That is honestly peanuts. You're not losing money. Hold. Every day this thing's going up. But anyway, unless Forza Horizon 4 bring it back tomorrow, and I swear to God, if they bring it back tomorrow, fingers crossed they don't, boys, but bro, trust me, I would let you know if they did. But anyway, you are still in a perfect green window for making money. But anyway, boys, that concludes today's video. If you enjoyed, be sure to give it a like, and I hope you found it useful. And to find your way back here, hit the subscribe button and join the bloody Discord soldier, because I want an R35 GTR, so give the video a like, otherwise I don't earn enough money. Yeah. Peace and love, baby. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next one.